Hey guys, J.S.T here, and today is the start of a brand new series called Archi Advice. This will be ranging from architectural equipment reviews all the way down to software guides and tutorials. In terms of my normal tech videos, they will still be coming out. However, it will be on a rota basis, so every other week will be a tech video and every other week will be an Archi Advice video. So yeah, let's get into episode 1. So guys, today we are going to be reviewing a light box. Now for me personally, I've never really used a light box up until the last few months. I've actually found it to be quite very useful. This is a product that I feel isn't actually recommended enough. So I'm going to give a review on just a box standard light box with nothing special about it, and telling you why you guys should pick one up, especially if you're about to start your architectural journey. This is, as you can clearly tell, is the A3 size. Now they do an A4 variant, and I'm pretty sure they do more sizes as well, but probably A3 and A4 would be the ones to pick from. And straight off the bat, what I'm going to say is do not pick A4. Trust me, go for A3. A3 is the typical size for architecture drawings. It's the most commonly used one. A4 is not really used much other than for like notes and sketching, and then A5 is even more like bare minimum notes. So essentially, the bigger one you can get, the more useful it's going to be for architecture. So I picked up A3, and also if you really want to use A4, you can still use A4 on this. Obviously you have LEDs exposed on the sides, but A3 and for architecture purposes, this is the one that you should get. So let's turn it on and see how it works. So I've got my USB-C cable here, so plug it in and turn it. Wait, is that not working? So yeah, obviously the point of a light box is it's LEDs in the back to shine up through paper and stuff. So when you're drawing and you're trying to draw over 2 thick sheets of paper, the light will come through and it will reveal the underside paper showing on top. That's basically a complicated way of saying it's basically like back in the day when you use your laptop screens and you try to trace a drawing over the screen. It's basically that. It's more dignified now and using this rather than your laptop screen and putting your blazer over yourself. Yep, as you can see here, it's nothing special. You've just got a touch sensitive power button there, which is nice. It's simple. I do find that I am triggering this quite often when I'm drawing, because sometimes you're going around the base and you accidentally go over this and it's just touch sensitive, so even rubbing over that is going to trigger it to turn on and go brighter or turn off. Can be a bit frustrating, so typically what I do is just angle it in a way so I know I'm going to avoid it. Then in that case it works just fine. Also, as you can see along the edging here, you've got kind of almost like, it's basically like an inbuilt ruler. This is nice, but I don't tend to use this because typically the paper's over the ruler, so I don't get the point. I guess it's so it shines underneath, but I can't stray anything from using a scale bar ruler on my own ruler, so you don't really need that in my opinion. You've got this little flap here. Now this is nice because what it does, you clip it on, it's got magnets under here, under this strip here, so when you clip it on, it's a little snap and it's actually going to keep whatever paper you have under there attached, so it won't actually fly off. And also something to know about the actual screen as well is it's made out of this material, which I think a lot of light boxes are, which is when you put paper over it, it almost has that sticky feel to the paper. So even without the clamp, you've already got that security that your paper won't just fall off when you're trying to do a drawing. But lastly but not least, you've got a little pencil holder here, which my pencils don't even fit into, so it is kind of pointless. Quite light. I wouldn't say it's the heaviest thing in the world. In terms of carrying it, I mean, I've got my A3 folder that I tend to carry to uni, like the briefcase style one. So this can fit in there, but I typically don't, because when I'm in uni, it's not really about doing all the detailed drawings there. It's about taking in everything, learning, getting sketches and notes. And then when I'm home is when I do it all. So this typically does stay at home. The one thing I kind of wish this had, which I feel like you can get on better models, is probably something to support on the back so I could do like elevated drawing. So if there were like clamps or something here that I can attach it from up here to down, keep it elevated, that would actually be kind of helpful. So to sum a few quick pros and cons. I'd say the pros are it's a very nice way of trying to do overlay a trace with thicker paper. Makes it very easier, very comfortable to do it as well. And yeah, I think it does the job very nicely. So the cons, like I said, not having an actual physical button here is a bit annoying. I get it's supposed to be more modern, but I'd rather have a physical button at this point because I do hate that I keep triggering this. And other than that, maybe some clamps on the back, but it does the job. So would I recommend this product to any architects out there or aspiring architects? I would say yes, I definitely would. If you can find one without this annoying button and maybe with clamps on the back, I think it would be perfect. Like I said, go for A3. It's more future-proof if you want to be an architect, because this is the standard of drawings you're going to be doing. And yeah, in terms of pricing, it's not going to be too bad. You're looking at maybe around £30, like how I spent here. If you want to get maybe the ones with the clamps, they could end up running a bit more expensive. But yeah, have a look on Amazon, see what you can find. I'll leave a link in the description down below for the product I have here. So if you want to go and pick this up, you can, simply on Amazon. Light boxes, they do exactly what they say on the tin. It's an underrated thing for a lot of people, and a lot of lecturers don't really recommend it. But honestly, I would 100% recommend these to anyone out there who's looking, like I said, looking to start architecture. This is the product to get. So that about wraps up the video today. This is episode 1 of my Archi Advice series. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop down a comment on your views and opinion of the video, and also for any future video ideas, as this will really help this channel to grow and get better and better. So yeah, next week will be a tech-based video, and I'll give you a small little clue. It's to do with a pencil of some sort, which I may have already covered 2 videos ago, and I'm kind of doing it again, but hey, that's coming next week. I'm J.S.T, and I'll see you guys in the next one.